There are 1,000 ways to change history, but some fit into a single second. Sometimes it's the gleam of a dagger, sometimes the echo of a gunshot, and centuries of destiny are rewritten. Because in history, not every death is an end. Sometimes it's the beginning of a new era. Today we travel to those moments that stopped nations from breathing, shook empires to their core, and changed ideologies forever. Julius Caesar, Franz Ferdinand, John F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. 4 centuries, 4 worlds, yet one shared fate: to live in the shadow of power and to die because of it. Julius Caesar, the theater of betrayal. Rome, 44 BC. Footsteps echo through the marble columns of the Senate. The Republic's most powerful man, adored by the people, commander of armies, Julius Caesar, walks into history. But that day, he was alone among his friends. When the blades were drawn, it wasn't just a body that was torn apart, it was an idea. When Brutus's dagger struck his heart, Rome's heart went silent too. This assassination didn't just end a life, it ended an era. For with Caesar's death, the Roman Republic fell, and the age of emperors began. Brutus's strike was more than betrayal, it was the gravestone of liberty. Franz Ferdinand, From Spark to Inferno. Date: June 28, 1914. Place: Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary waves to the cheering crowd from his car. In a corner, a young student holds a pistol. Gavrilo Princip. A moment of hesitation, a single gunshot, and the world was never the same again. That day, more than a man was killed. In that bullet, 4 empires collapsed, millions perished, and the world map was redrawn. The Great War, the bloodiest chain reaction in human history, had begun. A young man's finger pulled the trigger, but he wasn't the only one. On that trigger rested centuries of hatred, nationalism, and ambition. John F. Kennedy, the silenced voice of the free world. Dallas, 1963. A red convertible, a smiling president, a crowd full of hope, and then 3 gunshots break the air. As Kennedy's head falls to the side, it isn't just a man who dies. A belief, a dream, an entire generation's faith in its future collapses with him. In the heart of the Cold War, the death of a young leader gave birth to conspiracy, mistrust, and the slow death of America's innocence. Even today, the footage plays, the frame freezes, and the question remains: who really pulled the trigger? Kennedy didn't just die that day. America's belief in its own purity died with him. Martin Luther King Jr., The Death of a Dream. 1968, Memphis. A quiet night on a motel balcony. A man who spoke of peace stands in the crosshairs of hatred. Martin Luther King Jr. wrote his dream in his own blood. When his body hit the ground, America broke once more. But his dream rose stronger than ever. They silenced his voice, but his idea kept shouting, because you can kill a man, but never a vision. History is written not by bullets, but by silence. Caesar's death changed Rome. Ferdinand's death changed the world. Kennedy's death changed a nation. King's death changed the human conscience. History is not always written by heroes, sometimes it is written by their silence. Because even in its loudest moments, history is nothing but the echo of silence.